Well, we've missed quite a few things in our D&D recently. Like, these last few weeks have been pretty fucking crazy. Stop killing everything! The guy in the wife beater is telling you to stop killing everything. So, the first week that I haven't recapped yet, they finally missed Sebastian, but first we had a new player, a tiefling sorcerer named Nephixius, I believe. Anyway, they started in the kobold room. It was, the Goblin Gazlo's party from the Gold Chip Guild, which I briefly covered before, I believe. But yeah, big locked door, and the paladin tried to break it down. But there was a second opening nearby, which the goblin was able to get through. And they ran into Sebastian, the big, awesome dragonborn. And anyway, they talked to Sebastian, got a medallion from him, and said Sebastian was basically, they got on his good side. Meanwhile, the goblin snuck around and attacked him. That was quite the encounter, especially since Sebastian, the blue dragonborn that they were talking to, can parry. Anyway, the other two got a medallion from him and the password to get in with his inner circle. And as soon as they started to beat him, two nerds came in, some powerful looking kobolds. Eventually, Sebastian fled, the tiefling was knocked out, and the NPCs, Persephone Goldship and Hogan, the hobgoblin, came in and brought the tiefling sorcerer back to life. And then afterward, they went in the back cave. Well, they came in from the south side. They went through the north side of the cave to exit. They found a boat. And yeah, they headed to what is known as Larry's Island, where there's an inn there. Stayed the night there. And then they made it to Faerun, on a dock north of Waterdeep and south of Neverwinter. And they decided, hey, we're gonna take over this pirate ship here that they seen docked. It was pretty small. There was a giant holding an axe, watching over the front, but somehow everybody was able to stealth past him, and they got in through the side of the boat with the cannon portals, I think is the word. Anyway, they snuck through there. The paladin picked up half of a powder keg, and she said she was gonna fluffernutter the thing with the tiefling. But the goblin said the player of the goblin said he was calling a shot. I'm like, okay, back of the neck. This was the captain they had seen walking through the hallway. He was gonna sneak attack the captain there, and I forgot to have the character sheet with me, or the stat block. So, yeah. Sebastian got away with 1 hit point. Captain got his head blown off. He was supposed to be part of a subplot, but now the goblin's wearing his hat, and the sorcerer's got his suit. Alright, and then the week before last week, they were on the boat and they found a wood elf being held hostage by 3 half-orc pirates. And everyone got rid of the pirates, released the wood elf, a ranger named Morning. New player. Well, someone that's played before but took a hiatus for 6 months. Just hasn't played anything I've DM'd. The elf, I guess... Oh, I skipped a week. Oopsies. This is I just grabbed the notes from last week. Anyway, yeah, there's the kidnapped elf. Basically, not much else happened. Just combat, and I guess the paladin still has a small powder keg. My tongue's blue from a Jolly Rancher. Yeah, so... It was just the week when they found the elf. It was just Adelaide, the paladin. Then last week, okay, sorry, I got my notes mixed up. Tiefling tried to tell everybody that he's captain. Well, he failed to convince the wood elf that he was captain. the goblin convinced all them that the goblin was captain. There were some goblins on the top deck. Morning poked at the giant when everyone was trying to avoid it, and it woke up. Adelaide grappled the elf, but failed to persuade her. Meanwhile, Gazlo, the goblin rogue, decided to tell all the goblins to rally against that giant, so goblins pounced on the giant, and the giant knocked out the elf and the tiefling. Meanwhile, somebody accidentally hit the wood elf when they were down. Oh yeah, the paladin had rolled a nat 1. Yeah, last week there was a lot of nat 1s, but yeah, I believe the paladin took the armor and said, I'm going to tailor this, or have somebody tailor it next time they're in a town. So they're just running around with some golden armor. And then they got off the boat, headed towards a cave to get back to the mainland of Faerun. And they ran into a giant turkey because Happy Thanksgiving, people. It was blocking the way of the cave. The sorcerer, I think they rolled a 1. And they hit a bard that was hiding in the cave. This is after the elf died. The character, or the person made a new character. Turkey's name is Gobs. Gobs brought a minion eventually. After Goblin using his abilities, which includes stuffing, which is a legendary action, I believe. Or no, it was a reaction. They add, they slow a player, or they slow an enemy down by 5 feet after that enemy hits them. Pretty cool. And they could fly 15 feet, and as a reaction, they could fly. Oh yeah, first, the goblin laid down 1 bag of ball bearings over a 15-foot area, even though it's supposed to cover a 5-foot area, and a flask of oil or 2 to light it on, drop the torch once the turkey got closer, so the turkey was lit for a minute. I don't know. As the DM, I really should have read these item descriptions to see if he really could have covered a space like that. And someone else lost their character sheet as a cleric, so now they're oh no, we had another new player, and his character is a cleric. Yeah, that's how it went. And the cleric we had replaced his character with a paladin rogue, which I'm fine with. Yeah, the goblin lit it on fire. Sorcerer was downed, but was healed by the new cleric, and took the finishing blow on the giant turkey. So yeah, tomorrow, they're gonna wander into this cave with some more surprises ahead. And my hair looks awful. Why am I recording? Peace.